Hello everybody, welcome back to some more HypoZilla, and we are, let's just see if this cocks up the lighting. I'm very shiny. So it's the British that ends up being shiny, don't they? Let's just... Yo. Ah! Hello everyone, welcome back to some more... I'm stuck. Welcome back to some more HypoZilla, and we are reviewing Godzilla the Invasion. Now, let's get onto the ratings first. When I can move my foot. Going for a lot. I give this movie a 7 out of 10. There are quite a bit of flaws, but all stuff that can be improved on. And I know Ethan extremely well. I know he takes criticism very well, and it's very, very, very obvious he does take criticism. So he's been planning on this film for, I think, something like nearly 3 months. He was working on it for 3 months, and I think he told me about it at the end of August, and we made the group chat sometime September. I think early September the group chat was made, and obviously he gave us all the lines, and I think he was one of the first. I was one of the first he went to about the film, obviously, because as soon as we got into the chat, I was there like, the beginning of the invasion. So what I did was I, got my phone and just went onto the nicknames, just went edit, and then change chat name, and I just put I just got rid of the beginning of the invasion, just wrote the invasion. It was like, better. It's better. And obviously that's the name he stuck with. So let's get into the review. It takes place 5 months after Nature's Demon, which takes place a few weeks or something after Ghidorah's Forever Arrival. And in that film, I can't remember, it starts off with the aliens, obviously in their little spaceship up in space, and they're on about how they're going to take over the world and fight back, and then that leads on to the title card, Godzilla the Invasion. No, it does not. It leads on to San Francisco, and then it's like, we're introduced to Ethan's character. We're reintroduced to Ethan's character Josh, and he talks to my character. I'm gonna call him Benny. So we're introduced, and they talk about like how there's a new monster, and calls from a new monster, and then it cuts to the title card, Godzilla the Invasion, and it then we're on Monster Island, and Yeah, Godzilla appears in Terra Godzilla plays. And I'm not the best with reviews. I'm always like, even when I have a script with me, you know, I'll look to it and refer to it, and I'll be there like, that's just me. Best speaking. And then Anguirus comes out the ground, and Godzilla comes onto the scene, and Anguirus instantly attacks him because Anguirus doesn't know that is Godzilla, not Ghidorah. And then they fight. Godzilla takes a tumble off the table. Again, I'm always going to, you know, comment on that wherever I can. Just that big tumble, you know. I ain't got anything else with it. Pretend this is Anguirus. You know, you got him, and it's actually more this way. And, you know, you've got, well, it's more like this way. And you got Anguirus here, and Anguirus goes, dumph! And then Godzilla does that, and he falls off the table. And then I think this bit of the dorsal spine broke, and a couple of these. The smaller ones. You know, when I found that out, it was that I ended up laughing at it. It was actually fairly funny. But yeah, the fight, Godzilla ends up gaining the upper hand. Anguirus bites Godzilla, and Godzilla tries to atomic breath. In that last second, Mothra stops him. You actually do have like them communicating. Mothra tells both to stop. Anguirus says like, I thought that was King Ghidorah. And then at that moment, then it cuts to military base. Well, a base on the island, which is Rodan's base. The neck of Rodan. And then Josh is there like, well, we built this place to you know, research the Titans. And then we're introduced to Titan's character, well, Cosimo, Justin. Pretty sure it's Justin. No, I'm pretty sure it's Cosimo. I'm not sure if there's like, I know, 2 Titans or something. And then they talk about things, and Josh goes, well, we found a cave, we're gonna go check it out now. They go down to the cave, I'm already down there, and I'm there like, well, this is a, you know, there's big cave paintings on the wall, and they're like, this one says Anguirus, this one says Rodan, that Mothra is there, that Mothra there is Mothra. I had about like 7, 8 lines, and I ended up saying like 5. Which was sort of like disappointing. After that, I say, this one says Pteranodon forever, which sounds childish. And Rodan wakes up, hear him roar. And then we get an awesome scene where he just comes out, and it's one of my favourite scenes, and how he just flies over. And then he lands at Godzilla's, down at Godzilla. A flashback plays from Kaiju Destruction, where Godzilla actually kills the old Rodan. Or I think injures Rodan. I'm not sure. I do have to rewatch him. Then Rodan bows down to Godzilla. And then we have a meteor, you know, crashing down, and knocks Godzilla and Anguirus out. when they wake up later, Biollante is there, and Muto is there. Rodan fights the Muto, and Godzilla fights Biollante, gets his ass kicked. Then it goes back to their base, and Josh is there like, well, Rodan woke up and we had to make our way here, and the cave collapsed. And and then he goes, we have to get, he's going to tell Rodrix to ready the troops. Always a bad idea in films, kaiju films. And so Rodrix readies the troops, and then they all appear on the final battle. Well, the final battle starts, and the first line is that, and so the final battle. Guys, didn't Commander Rodrix say that they were 2 kaiju? And I make a joke like that to Ethan all the time. I find it funny though. I don't know why. It's not funny, but I just find it funny. Then we see Kong, and Kong fights Mutavor. Godzilla just stands there for 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure you can see him in the background fighting, like just standing there. And then Mini Godzilla fights Biollante, because the Bandai Movie Monster Series Biollante is tiny. It's like, this is 6 inches. Biollante is about here. Biollante should be about here. And then they fight. There's the most random bit in the film is where this lady is on, the ground screaming. It's more random than the dog, to be honest. That was in Nature's Demon. And Kong protects the lady as Mutavor, blasts him from behind. Kong falls over, turns around, whacks Mutavor, breaks his spine off, and beats the crap out of Muto. So they're both dead. Godzilla moves away from Biollante and uses atomic breath. Rodan becomes Shin Rodan for reasons, because he's using an atomic purple light ray, and they send Biollante away. I know Biollante's not dead. I was like, you better not have killed Biollante that easily. And then it cuts to a day later, they all roar, and like, we won. A day later, it's Justin goes over to Josh. He's like, no, Josh goes over to Justin. He's like, well, we did it, and he's like, well, and Justin goes, well, we've got, as long as we have Godzilla, we'll win. And the film ends. Then you got the credits, and stick around for the post credits. Post credits hints Gamera, Gigan returning, all that sort of stuff. Space Godzilla. Destroyer isn't in the next one. No, Destroyer won't be in the next one, and all that. But yeah, it's just it's going to be jam-packed, and it's going to be a lot. Hopefully the sequel's better than the Invasion. But yeah, that's the film, and the film ends. And it shows a lot of flashbacks, and the last I think the last shot is of that, a flashback of King Ghidorah being assaulted by Godzilla. And then the film ends. And that's it. That is all for this time. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to Ethan, Epic Toxie. His films are wonderful, except for Kaiju Destruction. I enjoy them all anyway. And I will see all you wonderful people next time.